Hi everybody, it's Kate. Today I am talking about another movie. That movie is Raise Your Voice with Hilary Duff. So let's just get right into it. Our main character, her name is Terry. She's in high school, she loves singing. Her brother is her main support system who constantly is like, you need to go big, you need to keep singing, whatever. She really wants to go to this music program over the summer, but her dad is like, you're not going. It's in LA. You're 16. Her dad is very strict and wants her to run his restaurant that he took over for his father. So he's basically just being like, you're going to do what I did. Right? That's what's happening here. And throughout the whole movie, the dad is like the worst character ever. And his redemption isn't even that satisfying. Because basically until the last 5 minutes of the movie, he is horrible. So it's, Paul's graduation night and he's going to Seattle and he's gonna move away because him and his dad fight all the time where he's like, I want to do what I want. I'm an adult and I want to whatever. And the dad's like, you're such a disappointment. You blah 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 blah. They fight all the time. And so he gets grounded because he gets really pissed off at his dad and he gets grounded. So he's grounded the night of his graduation party. They're just having a barbecue. But then later that night, Terry comes into his room and is like, hey, I got us tickets to 3 Days Grace, the band. And I was like, well, why are they in this? He's like, okay, we can sneak out and we can go. She bought them tickets because it was his graduation gift, which is very sweet. And they go, they have such a fun time. And then as they're driving home, a drunk driver hits them. And Paul, her brother, dies. Crazy. I knew that happened, but I was just like, whoa, So then Terry was injured in the car accident, but she didn't die. Her family is really we're so happy you're alive, obviously. The dad doesn't seem to care that much. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. He's not that evil. But so basically she stopped singing. She used to sing in the choir. She used to sing all the time. Paul used to record her singing all the time. He was her biggest fan, and she's like, I don't want to sing anymore because a big part of it was a memory I had with my brother. She feels like it's her fault because she was like, I gave Paul the tickets. We went to that concert that night. If we didn't go, he wouldn't have died. But then the mom's like, it was a drunk driver who hit him. It was not your fault. And she's like, yeah, I'm never gonna sing again. She did get accepted into the program and she's like, I don't want to go. I'm so depressed and sad. Her aunt and her mom are talking to her being like, you should really go. And Terry's like, I don't want to sing anymore. I don't want to. And you know what they say? They're like, I don't believe you. I don't believe that.
If Paul were here, he would just get in another screaming fight with Dad about it. Okay, everything is different now.
Do you still want to go?
I don't want to sing anymore.
I don't believe that, Terry.
And it's her brother died. Her brother died. The biggest supporter for her singing is dead. I think that would change your relationship with singing. And it's how do they not know? How do they not realize? They are okay, we can't tell Dad because he's not going to let you go because he's even more so has a tighter grip on her because the brother died. The aunt is listen, you can just say you're going to stay with me and then you go to LA over the summer to go to the music program. And she's like, I can't learn my dad. I can't do that. But both the mom and aunt are supporting it. So it's not she's rebelling necessarily. She's kind of just listening to two grown adults in her life. So she's asking, so they're talking to the dad and being hey, can she stay with the aunt for a while? And the dad, you know what he says? Instead of being yeah, maybe it's good to get out of the home that you used to live with your brother in because that's probably way too difficult to deal with right now. He's like, who's going to help me at the restaurant?
Well, who's going to help me in the restaurant?
Oh, is that really what you want to say, Simon? Who's going to help me with the restaurant?
Who's going to help you at the restaurant? Your son is dead. Shut up. I was shocked. I was okay, I knew you were kind of a bad guy. But oh my gosh. But it's very funny because everyone is oh, that's what you're thinking? That's what you're thinking right now, Paul? I mean, that's what you're thinking? How dare you? And I was okay, I'm very validated in that this is a bad guy. This is a bad guy. So then she goes to the music room, she meets a few friends, whatever. She's a bit she doesn't really know where she fits in necessarily because she's all these people have been going here for years and I'm here because it's my first year here. Her dad continues calling her, so they have a three-way call with the aunt, her, and then the dad and the mom. They're always oh, that was close, we almost didn't get it. And then then the dad calls her again and he hears a siren in the background and he's where are you? Why is there a cop there? Blah blah blah. And he freaks out and it's cops exist where the aunt lives. She could be outside. It genuinely was pissing me off where it's he just does not believe his daughter, which it's like, yeah, you shouldn't because she is lying to you, but she's given you no reason to not believe her up until this point. Her aunt lives in California anyway, so it's not like she lives in like a desolate area in like Nebraska or something. Like, she's still in California. She meets her roommate, who's really nice. She meets some other people. She meets this guy named Jay. He's a British guy, and he's the guy in What a Girl Wants. So I was like, whoa, you're actually British. She really likes him, but then oh my gosh, there's a scene when they're like first kind of talking, and he like explains like his like past a little bit. He's like, come on, give me something. And then she's about to talk about her brother. He like basically says something, then he's like, I gotta go.
Come on. I just gave you my true Hollywood story. You gotta give me something.
Me and my brother were in a car accident on the day of his graduation. And some drunk driver ran through a red light and...
Hey, Terry! Come here!
Look, Terry, I've got to go. I've got to meet somebody. Look, say hi to Denise for me.
He's just like, bye. I have to head out. In like the middle of her talking about her brother being dead. She's like, yeah, a drunk driver hit us. And then he's like, I have to go. It's really funny. It's really funny. I was like, oh, okay, bye. So then she is slowly getting better at music, where like at first she's not very good because she lost a lot of her confidence because her brother died. And one of the music teachers is like saying like, where did the girl from the tapes go? And she's like, I didn't send any videotapes to me. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, the reason you got in is because you sent tapes. Her brother made like a whole like tape of her singing and like him talking to me like, she's the best, she deserves to be in, blah 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 blah, she needs this. And she didn't know that he sent that in, so then she like leaves like sobbing. It is so sad. It is heartbreaking. And she's like about to go home whenever like she runs to her room and starts packing. And then Jay walks in and is like, what are you doing? Why are you packing? And then he convinces her to stay, I guess, and they like get closer. She's feeling like her old self a little bit more just because she's like kind of being like, you know what? I'm doing this for Paul, like I want to do it for my brother. He would have wanted me to be here, blah, 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 blah. So then we also meet a semi-villain. She's just a scorned ex. Her name is Robin. She had dated Jay the previous summer, and she's like, listen, like I don't know why you don't like me. And she's like upset that Terry is doing better than her and stuff, and also has her ex-boyfriend. And, oh, by the way, Jay and Terry are together, sort of, now. I should have mentioned that, I forgot. So then Robin's like, Jay, I want to talk to you privately because it's like, I don't understand how we could be so great one summer and then nothing the next. Which is like, I understand, but then they go into a private room and she starts playing the piano as she talks. And it's really funny because like, I know it's just like one of those things where it's like, oh, it's a nervous habit and she's an artsy-fartsy pianist, so of course she's going to play the piano, but I just thought it was very funny. And then she's like, listen, like, I wish we had what we had last summer. And he's like, I'm a different guy. I'm a changed man. And it's like, girl, you're like 16. Shut up. But then she kisses him. So it's like borderline sexual assault. It's like, yeah, he didn't pull away, but it's like, he was shocked. He didn't want to kiss her. But then Terry walks in and is super upset. Jay's like, Terry, it's not like that. Terry, come back here. It's not like that. Robin, stay away from me. Just like that. You just watched the scene of the movie. He's like trying to explain to her, but she's like ignoring him. She's like, do not talk to me. How dare you? I poured my heart out to you about my dead brother, and you're kissing someone else. Which, obvious. You know, valid reaction. Especially because she doesn't know what was happening. And then her roommate, who's really sweet, her name is Denise, is like, do not talk to her. How dare you? And then he gets like drunk and comes to the door. He's like, gets like kind of aggressive. Like, he was like, don't talk to me, blah, 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 to Denise, the roommate. And I was like, a bit of a red flag. She's like, why are you drunk? Like, why are you drinking? And I swear I thought he was gonna be like, cause I'm British, babe. But no. He's like, cause I hate myself. I'm a mess and I hate myself and I'm useless and worthless. But then she takes him up to the roof to like help him sober up, I guess. And she's like, waits up there with him. And I was like, why the roof? Cause you're like, oh, cause we would get in trouble if they saw him in the dorm area. But I was like, just have him walk out on his own. I'm sorry, girl. He walked here, he can walk home. So then, like, they kind of, like, sort of work it out. Like, they're doing, like, a song for, like, the end of year stuff where it's, like, whoever wins gets the scholarship for next year. As this is happening, the dad figures out that she's not actually with her and he sees, like, the music stuff. So he's like, I'm driving down there and picking her up. And he's, like, really mad at the mom because he was like, you lied to me. And she's like, we are losing our daughter. We just lost our son. We are losing our daughter. How, like, you are a stick in the mud.
Did you hear me?
You lied to me? You and Nina?
Our daughter got into the best music school in the country.
All of you lied to me.
Terry's singing again. Why doesn't this matter to you?
What in God's name is wrong with you, Francis?
What's wrong with me? We just lost our son. We were losing the only child we have left. I'm not gonna let that happen.
That's my point. How can I protect her if she's not here? I want her home. I want her home now.
He goes to the school right before the performance, and he's like, "You're coming home with me." He's like waiting at her dorm room, and I was like, you wouldn't let a random man go up into a girl's dorm room. Please, you would not let that happen. But then she's like really upset, and she's like, "I'm about to perform, Dad. Like, I can't go home. Like, I'm about to perform this whole thing. This is like the finale." He's like, "I don't care. Your mom and aunt are turning you against me. Like, they're trying to make me the villain." And it's like, babe, you are. And then he's like getting super, super mad at her, and he's like, "I don't care. Like, you've been lying to me this whole time." And she's like, "Dad, I don't need you to accept this, but I want to finish this performance, please." It's really, really sad because she's like being like, "Dad, this is exactly what happened to Paul, and this is exactly why you guys argue all the time. Like, don't do it with me too." And then he's like, "Oh, fine, do your performance." And it's like you had to have your daughter crying and begging you. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I hate him so much. He is so mature.
You know what? You did this to Paul, and now you're doing this to me. You don't listen to anybody, and we're all afraid of you. I'm performing any minute now, and it would mean the world to me if you and Mom were there to support me. I worked so hard here, and I'm really good.
And then she performs with Jay, and the dad's like, "Okay, maybe she's kind of good." And it's like, they don't win. Denise, the roommate, wins, and it's really sweet because she needs like a lot of money because her mom is like working a bunch of jobs. The dad is like, "Okay, you might be able to come back next year," and that's kind of like the end of the movie. I did not like this movie. Some of the singing was really funny because it's not her singing, it's her sister singing. Hilary Duff's sister singing. And it just sounds bad. And there's this one part where they're doing like this like midterm thing where it's like they want to see how much they've improved since they started going here. And she's like, "La la 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 la," and she just goes on and on and on. It's so embarrassing. And then she sings in like a different language, and it's clearly not her, and it sounds bad. Some of it was a little too unserious, some of it was a little too serious. Like, it felt like a bit of a I don't know. Like, I think movies where like there's a loss and stuff is not a bad thing by any means, especially for like younger kids, where it's like it's kind of good to have kind of an exploration of grief and stuff. But it's just like, I wish that the dad wasn't like her biggest op. You know, I wish her own grief was. But like the dad is so awful. Like, so awful. And then it's like he expects everyone to be like, "Yeah, you're cool again," after like he drove his son away, and they argued up until the point his son literally died. And he was about to do the same thing with his daughter until his daughter was sobbing, begging him not to act the way he did. You need your 16-year-old daughter to be like sobbing and begging you and pleading with you to not act like you did with your dead son. Girl. I don't know. I just like genuinely dislike when like an adult character is like so insanely awful, because it's like, just have it teen drama. Just have teen drama. Don't make me feel bad for her because her parents suck. No, her mom's fine. Anyways, that's kind of all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, because if you don't, you're gonna not be good at singing for the rest of your life. No matter how much you try to improve. Bye!